never DNF books, and this was the closest I've ever gotten to it. I'm the type of person that usually just looks at triggers and content warnings as a knowledge thing. Like, I know what I'm going into, not necessarily that I have a topic I would never dip my toes into. I think this is my threshold. I think if anybody says a little darker than Hunting Adeline, I know I'm never gonna pick that book up. And that's just one of the multiple things I disliked about this duet, but I'll just give you 3 and I'll explain a little bit about each one. My first point is that just overall, it's bad characters and bad writing. I think the execution of the duet itself was not great. The pacing was weird. The main plot point of the first one, aside from the stalking of the FMC by the MMC, was the letters and the discussion and the exploration of Adeline's grandma and great-grandma, and that was completely forgotten, especially because the second book has the most horrendously graphic scenes I have ever read. My second point is kind of connected to, which is the second book specifically. The first 50%, wait, I'm gonna show you. We spend this long with her just being traumatized, raped, assaulted, and just overall sex trafficked for the resolution of her being saved and starting her journey to healing and recovery to be in the MMC's POV and be made in like 2 paragraphs. I don't see any other explanation other than all this trauma and horrific scenes were just included for the shock value, which leads me to my third point, that this duet should not be considered a dark romance. It should be considered erotic horror. If you Google erotic horror, that definition perfectly describes this duet and everything that comes with it. In my opinion, if you're gonna have the balls to write multiple rape scenes, child trafficking, sex trafficking, physical and emotional abuse of the FMC by the MMC, and still out loud say it's a dark romance, at the very least, show us and do a good job at writing the immediate and very necessary recovery and healing process of the FMC after you threw her in all of those horrific scenes for the shock value.